Hello everyone, it's PolkaFantasy CEO Alex here. Welcome to this Aimée AMA. And where is our I think it's the first time that PolkaFantasy do this kind of like live YouTube AMA, and it's actually very how to say fresh to me as well. So I would like to thank you all of you joining this AMA. Though it's nighttime and I'm here. so I would like to explain maybe why we want to do this kind of like live AMA in YouTube, and also what's the reason of doing it. First of all, I think about a lot of you would like to know about more about our PolkaFantasy new marketplace Aimée, and would have like a lot of question. So instead of doing in like Telegram, we'd like to maybe have a more interactive way of doing it, and so you may like maybe see the team and also like answer. I mean to ask the question in the comment as well. So today Katayama will be joining us as the moderator, and of course I'm here to answer a question, and so I will pass the ball to Katayama. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you everyone for joining tonight's AMA. So I'll be the moderator tonight. And let me briefly explain about the tonight AMA's time schedule and agendas. So this AMA consists of 3 parts. At the first part, the part 1, we prepared several questions, and I will ask those questions to Alex, and Alex will give answers. And at the part 2, we will have the live Q&A session. So I know all of you have many questions you'd like to ask, but please put your questions on hold until this part 2. Please don't ask questions into part 1. So the part 2, we will have a live Q&A. So you can type your questions into the YouTube comments, and Alex will pick 5 questions and give answers. And those 5 questions who were picked by Alex will be rewarded for a special NFT. In the part 3, as we announced before, we will have a special guest. Guess who it is? And we will have the live interview session with Alex and a special guest. So that is tonight's AMA. Okay, so Alex, are you ready to go on to the part 1?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's set a part 1. So as we got many questions from community and many members, we gathered several questions, and I pick 4 questions. And the first question is, so the PolkaFantasy, we rebranded the marketplace recently.
Yes.
The team is also curious about the reason behind the rebranding. So why we rebranded the marketplace to the new one, Aimée?
Well, first of all, I think after we released the previous NFT Marketplace, we received a lot of like comment and from the users, and many of them are very constructive, and we learn a lot from this kind of suggestions and advice. And when we reflect ourselves about the positioning of the marketplace, we really want to make it stand out from other marketplace. So when I think about it, I really want to embrace the multicultural, in the sense that of course our marketplace is really focused on the Japanese culture, but at the same time, when I first launched PolkaFantasy, I said that okay, there are many great, I mean, NFT project and NFT marketplace out there. But at the same time, Japanese NFT, Japanese manga animation, and like comic games, very underrepresented in the crypto space. So we really don't want to put the focus on this aspect. And in that sense, well, we rebrand the NFT marketplace with the name Aimée, which sounds like a European language. But at the same time, there is meaning of it. So AI I in Japanese mean love, and then me, of course, is me. Well, I mean, me means ourselves. I mean, own selves. So we really want to use this platform for people to explore the good thing about the Japanese ACG culture. At the same time, when they do this kind of exploration, they can discover themselves. And let's say being a creator, they may release an NFT and then release it, and then they found that maybe the new aspect or new faces of himself, so that he will love his maybe his own self or creation more. And as a user, we really want user to discover their preference, to discover more of themselves through this platform as well. So this is kind of like we emphasize on the Japanese ACG culture, but at the same time we really want to embrace all the people from multicultural to join the platform as well. So this rebranding for us is very significant in a way that this is also our, how to say, kind of like spiritual discovery in crypto space. And I think there is still a lot of like potential in NFT, and we really want to do a lot with our own platform. So this rebranding is kind of like reborn of what we started, and we really want to do it better. Yeah.
Great to hear that. And I'd like to add one more question here. So you mentioned it's a reborn of the like a marketplace, and what does it mean to you, and the most importantly to you users?
Well, I think, as I said, well, to myself, I think this really allow me to reflect myself again in why I started PolkaFantasy and why I really want to make most out of this project in terms of like to introduce this amazing ACG Japanese culture to people all over the world. And at the same time, I think for the users, they will have a good alternative, a good way to find what they love. In terms of like, let's say we are going to release the game in this year we have like alpha, beta, and then at the same time we have NFT Marketplace. So I mean, for the users, I think this Aimée platform is a good way for them to find their own how to say their why they will love certain kind of NFT, and find what we really really love about, because all of the team members actually love Japanese ACG culture very, very much, and we really want to leverage on this platform to introduce some great NFT from ACG culture to people all over the world.
Great, thank you. Yeah, as personally, as the Japanese ACG otaku, me, I'm very excited to and looking forward to that.
Yes.
Me. Thank you. So let's move on to the next question. The question 2. What do you find challenging in development of the revamped version of the marketplace?
I think to create a very unify UX experience is very challenging, because to mint, to sell, to list the NFT is no easy for many users. So especially when we want to target non-crypto people as well. So in that sense, we really want to have a very streamlined experience to them. So I think this is one of the most challenging aspect to us. And at the same time, I think there are so many marketplaces already out there, and to really stand out, we really need a good UI and also some very good features in order to make us distinct from other platforms as well. So this part of like branding thing is also quite challenging to us. So and also there are a lot of like experienced users in this blockchain space. So this is especially challenging, because we have to create a platform that is easy for the beginners, and at the same time we have to create a marketplace which is good enough for the experienced users as well.
Cool. Yeah. So let me ask about like detailed features. Like, what are the new features that we can all look forward to
Yeah, I think one of the most exciting feature for us is we have the auction feature. I know there are some marketplaces out there already have auction feature, but our auction feature is a little bit different because uh, we we make it as close to the actual auction. So that means the highest bid will be locked. And then for the sellers, they as long as there is a highest bid for them and above the reserve price, then the bid actually is valid. And the seller cannot choose to to accept or reject a bid, because sometimes, well, there are some people who want to, how to say, not pay trick, but they may not be able maybe to accept the offer in a very timely manner, blah, blah, something like that. So in our platform, we want to make it as streamlined as possible and also make it very fair to the sellers and buyers as well. So this is a feature that I personally look forward to. And at the same time, of course, we are able to list NFT from multi-platform. I mean, from multiple blockchain as well. So Ethereum, Polygon, BSC. So and also we want to maybe introduce a more blockchain network in the future as well. So in that sense, there are some things that I think people will look forward to.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, nice. I can wait to see those features like auctions and the multiple networks. And for the next question, the question number 3, what's in it for creators to launch their own collections on Aimée?
Yeah, I think this is a very interesting question. The reason is, well, some people may ask, okay, well, there are already some very big platform out there, so why not choose those platform? But for us, I think, let's say we really focus on the Japanese ACG culture. So in that sense, I think this is a platform that is unique to what we really want to, how to say, want people to get exposed to. So in that sense, let's say if you want to go to want to enjoy some very good Japanese food, of course you are not going to of course some food court may provide some very good Japanese food, but usually you are going to some restaurant that is really focused on that aspect, right? So what we are trying to do is we are not going to build a supermarket. We are going to build a place that is customized or unique or tailor-made for certain thing that we really love. So in that sense, I think this platform to the creator itself, well, of course they can list their item on a platform and then get more exposure to people who love certain aspects of NFT. So let's say it's ACG, Japanese ACG, animation, comic, in game. And I think this is one of the biggest advantage that people really want to, how to say, maybe to capitalize on. And at the same time, I think, how to say, we are going to collaborate with some famous creators as well. And we really want to bring some exciting NFT project and NFTs to users. So in that sense, there are some very unique thing on a platform which is not offered maybe elsewhere. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds amazing. So, do we have a plan to incubate or provide marketing support to those kind of creators and artists?
Yeah, sure. I think at this moment, we really want to. We have two direction. I mean, one direction is, of course, we are going to collaborate with some big names, which many of the community members may know. We are going to have a project with Inahune-san, Mr. Inahune, and then at the same time, we really want to provide a platform that is easy to use for upcoming creators or creators that really love the Japanese culture. And in that sense, I think in the future we'll have more plan rolling out for different sort of creators. And in that sense, I really look forward to what people come up with as well, so that maybe there will be new kind of collaboration between creators and NFT platform, but not just we launch NFT with only very famous artists, but at the same time very high quality artwork. Maybe some not so famous artists, they can also maybe list their items with how to say with good efficiency and with more market exposure as well in the future.
Wow. So there's many like opportunity for the creators, open the doors for them. Wow. Great to hear the future plan and you're passionate in it.
Yeah.
So the next question would be the last question as we prepared. Number 4. What's your thought process of designing the user experience for the marketplace?
I think designing the marketplace, as I said, there are two factors. One is the UI, one is the UX, and I think keeping the user flow as streamlined as possible is very important because, as I said previously, our target is not just the people who know the crypto or blockchain. Our target is to get more exposure. To get our NFT to have more exposure, so that people without much knowledge about the NFT will be interested in it. I think that's make the UX very important to us, and that's why there is a rebranding. And at the same time, I think we try to make the learning curve as easy as possible, so that there will be no deep learning curve for people to learn about how to do and what to do. And in that sense, we will in the future we will also provide some tutorial to make it as easy as possible for people to follow.
That's cool. And when I actually think I want to use the platform, I'm very curious about the fee structure. So what's the fee structure on Aimée?
Basically, the platform fee will be only like 2.5%, and we will, and in future there is a possibility that we will lower that further. And at the same time, for the creators, they can set their own royalty, and I think the royalty itself, they can set it to maximum like 50%. So it gives the flexibility for the creators to how they want to sell their NFT, and in that sense, I think it will be quite fun for the creators to launch their project and or their NFT on Aimée. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So that's all.
Yep.
Questions as we prepared. So if you're okay, let's move on to the part 2.
Yes.
The live Q&A.
Yes.
Okay. So in the part 2, we will gather questions from the participant of this AMA. So we will give you 1 minute from now. So please comment your questions into the chat of the YouTube. Starts now. Can type your questions to the comment section, either English or other languages, as far as any of Alex or me understand.
Yeah, I'm looking at the question. Yeah.
Around 30 seconds. Alex, you can call the time.
Yeah, sure.
To finish the questioning time.
I think questions are still coming in, and let me see. Yeah. Okay, I think it's time to choose questions. Yeah, while Alex is choosing question and giving an answer, maybe we can still welcoming more questions to come. Yeah. Okay, so I will pick 5 questions and try to answer it as easy to understand as possible. So yeah. So okay, so there is a question from how to pronounce it? ENY? ENY. So is it possible to use XP with Aimée? I'm looking forward to a reborn figure. Okay, so I'll try to answer the question. The answer is yes, and the reason is as we start the project, we think XP is very important in the ecosystem, and I think Aimée after rebranding, well, of course, there are many ways of like buying the NFT on it, with like different kind of cryptos, and as the main token, as the native token of PolkaFantasy, I think XP plays a very important role in Aimée as well. So in that sense, while in future there will be some, let's say, just an example, let's say with XP, maybe you can get a discount on certain NFT. And maybe there is some project or NFT that you can only purchase with XP. So we really want to see the limit of XP in this like new marketplace, and we really don't want to push it further. So in that sense, we'll introduce some XP utilities in the products, let's say Aimée, in PolkaFantasy ecosystem, and I think this is very important, and this is also something very, very, how to say, users look forward to it, and that's why we will try our best to roll out this kind of feature as soon as possible. And so the definitive answer to the question is yes, XP will be used in Aimée. And let's see.
Great. Thank you for the question. Any-san, maybe?
ENY, yeah.
ENY.
Yeah. So let's see.
Let's choose the second question.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, usually when you're on Telegram, you don't see my face, and then I actually pick the question. So, without how to say, yeah. So here is a little bit weird. I have to pick the question like this. Do you want this other than this? Okay. There is a question from Yamasa. How will you differentiate Aimée from OpenSea? And I think this is a question that I've been asked by many people. And at the same time, I even asked by my team. And I think this is a very good question because right now, OpenSea is the biggest marketplace, NFT marketplace in the world. And then people will ask, okay, why you build another marketplace? And then because you are directly competing with OpenSea. But when I think about the question, I think, well, OpenSea is, okay, when you have an NFT project or NFT like smart contract there, usually OpenSea is smart enough to pick it up, and then it will list it automatically. And for us, I think, well, this is good. This is a very cool feature. But at the same time, it's like all the NFT, no matter what nature it is, it will be listed on OpenSea, right? So in that sense, it's like a very big supermarket that pick the goods from outside and then list it there, which is totally okay to many users. But at the same time, when you really want to find something, it may not be as easy as you thought. And in that sense, I think this, how to say, to launch the NFT, let's say on Aimée, you will automatically, of course, get the exposure to people who love the NFT marketplace. to love Japanese ACG culture NFT, and at the same time what that those kind of like NFT project is already like automatically picked up by the OpenSea as well. So to take this point with stream, let's say there is 1 million users on OpenSea, just an example, right? Okay, and then let's say there is only at the very beginning only like 5,000 users on Aimée. When you launch on Aimée, you'll get a very focused kind of community from Aimée versus a very, how to say, versus the communities from a very wide spectrum from OpenSea. So, so this is one of the very distinctive part of why creators from Japanese ACG culture want to launch on Aimée, because our community will be very focused in the sense that their interest is mainly lies on what the creators will create. That's one thing. And second, I think there are, because we really focus on a certain kind of community, so many of the advice, suggestions, and ideas from those community actually may not be as effective as in other marketplace. And while in our marketplace, well, we can really tailor-make the ultimate experience to our users as well. So in that sense, I think the unique part of Aimée is about how focused it is, and at the same time, how to say, we position ourselves in a niche that there is less competition from other marketplaces as well. So and I think there are many talent creators who create amazing Japanese ACG culture art out there, and those people are very underrepresented in other marketplaces as well. And that's why we really want to build a platform that is for those people and for those users who love Japanese ACG culture. Yep. And I think this is the question to why, how we differentiate ourselves from OpenSea or other big platform. And
Great.
okay, let's see the
third question.
Third question, yes. Let's see. Okay, there is a viewer called Hubem, Hubem, asking, the UX UI of the old NFT marketplace is really disappointing. Can the new Aimée offer keep up with the current mainstream NFT market? Yeah. So this is a quick question, and first of all, sorry that the first version of the NFT marketplace is disappointing to many people. And I think, well, after launching the first NFT market, we really learned a lot from the users. And I think there are some, how to say, we didn't well prepared for the first launch. And so that's why the UX and UI is not as ideal as we first imagined. So for the second NFT marketplace, I think, well, there are, how to say, the trend of the NFT market is more focused on the NFT project and NFT itself instead of like the features of the NFT marketplace right now. So for us, I think that's actually create a huge opportunity to ourselves, because, well, many NFT projects, marketplace project, well, it's kind of like how to say, many of them slow down a lot because of the market situation, and at the same time many are busy at launching new NFT projects instead of like optimizing the NFT feature or add more NFT features, add more features on the marketplace itself. So I think in that sense, we really want to take an approach of working with the community closely in order to explore the opportunity of this kind of like NFT marketplace. So to answer the question, I think our stance, our position is very easy to understand. we really want to build the NFT marketplace, Aimée, together with the community. And that's why we accept a lot of, that's why on our Discord, we often welcome people, users' opinion about how we can make it better. And I think Aimée reflect part of this kind of suggestion and ideas as well. So in the future, of course, we don't think that the first version of Aimée will be like very, how to say, very awesome or like perfect, because I think there are still many ways that we can improve the marketplace as well. So in that sense, well, of course we have add multiple chain, we have like auction, we streamline the UX UI, and we think those will be a significant improvement to our current marketplace. But at the same time, I think working with community closely to explore how we can make it further, how we can move the marketplace further to add more awesome features is a very important how to say task for our team as well. So I am here to, how to say, really want community to really join our Discord and to give us more idea as well, and what kind of feature that you think is awesome but not existing in other marketplace. And in that sense, I think this marketplace will be something that community will love, because this will be something that we build together with the community. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So the question number 4.
4, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. There is a question from Teihei-san. So the question is, what is your marketing strategy for promoting Aimée in the future? Well, I think yes, promoting is very important, and especially for the long-term promotion. So in that sense, I think for Aimée, first of all, we are going to work with some very significant creator in the field. So let's say this time we work with Inahuda-san, who is a legend in game industry, as many of you have already known. And at the same time, we will work with others like media, and we will roll out like more how to say tutorial and workshop, so that to attract people from outside the blockchain space as well. And I think this part is seldom done by other projects, because other projects, they really focus on the crypto space, the blockchain space. And but what we really want to do is we want to build a strong foundation to attract non-crypto players into Aimée. And because I think Aimée, the strength of the Aimée is we really leverage on the Japanese ACG culture, and that is something loved by many non-crypto players. And I think in that sense, if we really can bring some traditional creators from ACG space and to create some awesome NFT from with them together, this will actually attract a lot of like people to Aimée. And I think community-driven promotion is always the strongest promotion, because of course we'll do PR work, we'll work with media, and we'll leverage on like KOL network. And but at the same time, well, this is already done by other projects as well, but of course we are going to do it. But we to build a strong community in that sense is something not really focused or done by other projects. And I think the competition there is less keen. At the same time, there are so many opportunities out there as well. So so that's why we will focus on community in the future. I mean now, of course, to really build something long-standing for Aimée. Yeah.
Nice. So let's choose the last question from community.
Yes. Let's see. Sorry, it's always the most difficult to pick the last question. Okay, yes.
I understand that. Yeah,
Yes.
because there are so many good questions asked by
Yes.
community. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. This is very, very interesting question. Okay. Muhammad Love sorry if I pronounced the name wrongly. So the question is, one of the main problems that NFT lovers face is about the oversized valuation of NFT in the market. So how is the price of NFT determined? Sorry, okay. This is something I think this is kind of like okay. Okay, sorry. I think this question is in I think this viewer want to say Aimée, but yeah, he put another name, but I still answer it. Okay, so how is the price of NFT determined in Aimée and solve the problem of over simulation? Okay, so I think this is something we can't control the value. Of course, it's determined by the market, but I think in Aimée, what we want to create is something. Okay, we cannot create a fair valuation of the NFT from project side, but at the same time, we will really want to make a healthy environment for user to participate in. So that's why we want to work with some famous artists, and we want to work with people with high quality artwork, so that there is value of it in some senses. And of course, utilities of the NFT sometimes is play a very, very important role as well. And I think while NFT is still like a baby and it's still a newborn, so there are still a lot of way to how to say to expand the utilities in the future for many NFT. So in Aimée, that's why we want to build something that is how to say we wouldn't want to build a space that people can form a healthy community and communicate, and at the same time to explore the possibility of the NFT as well. So I think by only doing this in a very how to say long time frame, the NFT value will stabilize, and for the first time it will reflect the true value of the NFT as well. So of course there is still a lot of like speculation of NFT in this space, but I think in future when more non-crypto people join this space and then the market size become bigger, I think well there will be a lot of like new kinds of NFT with the right valuation as well. And I think for Aimée, that's why we want to build a strong community around Aimée so that people come to Aimée, they will know that, well, the NFT here is legit, and they will feel comfortable to buy and sell the NFT on our platform, but without like too many worries because there are many like fake NFT or maybe too many speculation on some of the platforms. So for Aimée itself, well, what we are doing is not only for the goods for like our user or people only love the Japanese ACG culture. What we want to build is kind of like an example so that people know that community is always the core to the project itself. And by doing this, and I think only by working closely with the community, we can really build something that is healthy for the whole blockchain space and NFT space in long run. Yeah.
Great. So that's everything for the part 2 live Q&A sessions. Thank you for the many questions and thank you for answering questions, Alex.
Yep.
So now we are moving on to the part 3, the special guest. So are we ready to invite the special guest?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So the guest will join shortly. I just sent the ping. Oh.
Hello, Inafune-san.
Wow.
Yeah, so our special guest is Mr. Inafune. So he's working closely with Aimée and PolkaFantasy to create his own NFT project, Bistroy, and we really really want to hear more about from him. Yeah. So let's
Okay.
maybe Katama can introduce Inafune-san to our viewers. Yeah.
Sure. So from now, let me interpret between English and Japanese. So yeah, we'll have both contents in both languages. So first, let me briefly introduce the Inafune-san. So Inafune-san, Keiji Inafune-san is as you know, is a legend of the gaming industry. Yeah, he started his career as the character designer for Street Fighter and Mega Man. Who is excited for who have played the Mega Man during the Nintendo Entertainment System (NES) and the Super NES era. Inafune-san was the core artist for the entire Mega Man series, and thereafter he created the character Zero for Mega Man. 稲船圭司さんは、元カプコンの常務ご役員でいらっしゃって、株式会社カプコンにまずデザイナーとして入社をされて、同社の看板ゲームだったもうロックマン、僕と同じ世代がそれ以上の世代の全員知ってると思うんですけれども、のキャラクターデザインを担当されていて、で、プロデューサーとしても大ヒットを記録されています。その後、鬼武者やデッドライジングといった数々のメガヒットシリーズを手掛けていらっしゃって、独自のコンセプトに基づいた作品を国内外に数多く送り出しています。日本だけではなくて、海外に国際的にとても多くのファンがいらっしゃる。OK。はい。
So please let me ask some question, and then so that the community can know more about you. So we all know that you are a very great creator, and can you share more about your passion, be it like art, gaming, or more?
今日はご参加いただいて、稲船さんありがとうございます。いくつかご質問させていただきたいんですけれども、まず最初のご質問なのですけれども、稲船さん、世界的に大成功したクリエイターとしてもう有名なんですけれども、ぜひ、稲船さんの情熱について教えていただけないでしょうか。ゲームですとか、アート、その他何でも、クリエイティブの原動力となることなど教えていただけますでしょうか。
そうですね。基本的には、小さい時からっていうか、もうこの業界に入った時からもうチャレンジするっていうか、もう挑戦するっていうことが大好きでね。言ったら安定を目指すんではなくて、とにかく何かやってやろうっていう気持ちがすごく強い思いがあってですね。だから、ゲーム業界もあまりまだゲームがたくさん世の中にない状態から、これやってみたいなと思って、入ってですね。で、そこでキャラクターデザインっていう、仕事も確立してないようなところに、チャレンジしてですね。だから誰もやってないこととかチャレンジすることっていうのがすごい好きなんで、そこが自分の原動力っていうかですね。それをずっと、今も年取りましたけども、今もそれを続けてるっていうのが原動力ですね。はい。
ありがとうございます。
英語にしないの？
今ちょっと訳させていただきます。はい。Okay, so his answer is basically from the time he was little or he entered the gaming industry, so he loved to take challenge. Like so he was not the person aimed for like a kind of stability, but rather to accomplish something, like something big, something amazing. So he joined the game industry when there were like not many games in the world. And he took on the challenge of the character design, which was like a job that not yet been established in the industry or in the world. And he wanted to take on the like a challenge of doing something no one else was doing or no one else is doing. Yeah. And from that time, he's still doing the challenge at his age. And that is his kind of motivation. すみません、ちょっと正しく訳せてないかもしれないですけど。ありがとうございます。
正しかったと思います。
ありがとうございます。
そしたら、次の、はい、質問。
ありがとうございます。So let's come to the second question. So it was when we it was not long time ago that we decided to work together. So can you tell me more about why you want to work with like PolkaFantasy? Yeah.
はい。では2つ目のご質問なんですけれども、なぜポルカファンタジーをコラボ先として選ばれたのでしょうか。理由があればお聞かせください。
そうですね。さっきチャレンジが好きって言いましたけど、ポルカもすごくチャレンジしてる会社かなっていうふうに思って、アレックスがすごいこうなんていうかな、すごいポジティブにチャレンジをしていく姿をこう僕に見せてくれたんで、それがこことなら一緒にやれるかなっていう、やっぱりその辺がなんだろうな、一緒にやれるかどうかっていうポイントになるかなと思ってるんで、常にポルカチャレンジしてどんどん上にっていうふうに考えてる会社なんで、一緒にやることによって、相乗効果っていうか自分自身も向上していけるかなっていうふうに、新しいことなんでね、今回やろうとしてることは、やっぱりそういうところはやっぱりチャレンジしてるところでないと新しいことって成功しないと思うんで、ポルカは最善だったかなと思ってます。
ありがとうございます。So the reason, the second question was the reason why Inafune-san chose PolkaFantasy as a collaborator. And so, as he mentioned, he likes to take challenge in the first question. So he felt the PolkaFantasy is a project that is also taking on challenges. And Alex has shown him that he was like willing to take on challenges in a positive way. And he saw like he and PolkaFantasy could work together to like make something new, make something great. And yeah, that is the point. He thought he could collaborate with PolkaFantasy. And he collaborate with PolkaFantasy. We are challenging ourselves and aiming for the top to take the whole industry or whole world in a crypto space. So there is many like a synergetic effect. And the PolkaFantasy together with Inafune-san, we are trying to do something very new. And it's very meaningful to collaborate with the PolkaFantasy, like such a new and challenging and very positive, motivated project. So that is the reason to decide to collaborate.
Thank you for your comment. お言葉ありがとうございます。For the first question, so how to see NFT? Yeah.
はい。そしたら3つ目のご質問なんですけれども、NFT について、どのようなご見解、ご意見、こういったものをお持ちでしょうか。
そうですね。NFT については本当にポルカさんとこういう話をするまではあまり、よく分かってなかったんですけども、徐々にこう分かってくるにつれですね、なんだろうな、新しい何か、進化ができるんじゃないかなっていう、ゲームにしてもアートにしても今まで考えてたようなやり方じゃない形のなんか変化進化を遂げていくんじゃないかなっていう可能性がすごくあるなっていうふうに思ってます。NFT によって今まで自分たちがやりたくてもできなかったこととか、もっとこうやりたかったけど、いろんな障害によってこう壁がいっぱいあって できなかったことを突破していけるんじゃないかなっていう無限の可能性みたいなのをすごく感じてます。もちろんその可能性をこう突き詰めていくにはいろんなアイデアであったりとか新しいことを考えていかないといけないとは思いますけども、やりがいのある本当に、さっきも言いましたけどチャレンジしがいのあるものっていうか新しいものっていう気がしてます。
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。Okay, the third question: How Inafune-san see NFTs? His answer is at the first place, when he first talked to PolkaFantasy team about this collaboration, he didn't know much about NFT until then. And as he gradually learned more about the NFTs, so he felt that it has a big potential to evolve in new ways. And for the game or art or whatsoever, there is so there can be like a new change or evolve in ways that he had not thought of in the past. So which was never be possible. But there is a possibility and potential in NFT space to actually achieve it. Yeah. And he feels that NFT has unlimited potential to break through the barriers that have prevented many people, including Inafune-san, from doing the things he have tried to do in the past without NFTs, and the things he wanted to do more but could not due to many barriers or hurdles. And of course, we together need to have to explore many ideas or the ways how we do it in order to reach our full potential with NFTs. But he feels that this is a new and very worthwhile challenge. That's the way he sees it.
ありがとうございます。はい。Yeah. And thanks for joining this AMA session. And do you have something to say to your fans or community? この AMA に参加することをすごく感謝してます。稲船さんのファンに何かメッセージとかありますか？
そうですね。今回、久しぶりにっていうかですね、自分の描きたい絵を描けたんで、ずっとやっぱりここね、やっぱり若い頃は描いてましたけども、やっぱり指導するとか、教えてあげるとか、そういうことに徹してきたんで、自分のわがままで絵を描くっていうことをしてなかったんで、それをこの NFT の、プロジェクトで、自分のわがままをこう絵にすることができてですね、本当描きたかった絵を描いてみんなに見せれたんで、共感してもらえる人たちがいると嬉しいなっていうふうに思ってですね、やっぱり稲船の絵だなとか懐かしいなとか、新しい絵ではないですけど、懐かしいと思ってこういう絵好きだなって言ってくれる人たちがいるとですね、またやってやろうかなっていう気持ちになるんで、ぜひですね、ファンの人たちの期待に応えれるものを作るんで、僕自身にも火をつけてくれると嬉しいなと思います。はい。
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. 加藤さん、お願いします。
はい、OK です。So, Alex asked Inafune-san for some statement message to community. And yeah, he gave us the very like a strong and meaningful message. So this time, for the first time in a long while, he was able to paint the pictures, the illustrations he actually wanted to paint. He actually wanted to illustrate. So when he was younger, so he used to paint the illustrations he wanted to, what he wanted to like illustrate, create. But since then, like he had been focused on like teaching people. So not the writing the illustrations for himself, but for like teaching others. Yeah. So this NFT project, the Beastroid, has allowed him to draw the illustrations he actually wanted to draw and show them to the community members, everyone. And he is glad that there are people, if there are like people who share his feelings, and like and if someone thinks like oh, this is Inafune-san's illustration, oh yeah, I missed it. So he knows like it's not a modern style illustration, but if someone really thinks that like oh, this is Inafune-san's illustration, I missed it. So if someone thinks that way, it's really something he wants to see, he wants to hear, and it will really motivate him to like try again, like try something again. Yeah. And he wants like people to like to light the fire in Inafune-san again. Yeah, he really wants to do that. So yeah. So for the Beastroid, the many like maybe actual like sales or any kind of comments will be grateful. はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. So I think this is the end of the AMA, and I really appreciate every one of you watching this live stream. And of course, it's our first live stream, so there are a lot of like improvement to be made in the future. And please forgive us for how to say any like maybe mistake or during this AMA session. But we promise that we'll learn from our experience and take the idea, advice, suggestion from the community and improve in the future as well. So thank you again for joining us, and there are 5 winners that will be announced in the Twitter later again, and that those are the 5 questions that we pick. So again, thanks very much, and I hope we'll see you again very soon. And
oh,
yeah.
and the last content, like the last hint of the puzzle of the future.
Yeah. So
please reveal the last character.
The last counter of the future is so the last one is I think this is what is the let me see. So we are going to announce it here.
Oh yeah.
I see. Let me see. The last hint is G.
G.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last hint.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks again for joining this session, and see you in the future. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
Bye.